Isn't it fascinating how we trust platforms like Newton with our hard-earned crypto, yet many of us don't really understand how they keep it safe? We talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins, we track their prices, and we even boast about our holdings, but the nitty-gritty of their storage often remains a mystery. It's a bit like driving a car every day without knowing how the engine works. You benefit from its function, but the underlying mechanics are a black box. This lack of understanding isn't necessarily a bad thing. After all, abstraction is a key component of user-friendly technology. We don't need to be blockchain developers to use a crypto exchange. However, a basic grasp of security measures isn't just academic, it empowers you as a user. It helps you differentiate between secure and less secure platforms, understand potential risks, and ultimately, make more informed decisions about where and how you store your digital assets. Think about it. In the traditional banking world, you deposit your money, and you have a general sense that it's held by the bank in a vault or through various digital ledgers. While the details might be complex, the concept of a centralized entity holding your funds is familiar. But crypto is different. It's decentralized by nature, yet when you use an exchange like Newton, you're essentially entrusting your decentralized assets to a centralized service. How does that work? And more importantly, how do they bridge the gap between the inherently decentralized nature of cryptocurrency and the centralized service they provide to ensure your funds are secure? This is the fundamental question we're going to unravel today. We're going to demystify how platforms like Newton handle the storage of your cryptocurrencies. We'll delve into the blend of cutting-edge technology, robust security protocols, and strategic partnerships that work in concert to protect your digital wealth. This isn't just about understanding a single company, it's about gaining a broader perspective on the security landscape of centralized crypto exchanges, which is crucial in an ecosystem where self-custody can be daunting for many. Let's start by establishing a crucial point. When you deposit crypto onto Newton, or any centralized exchange for that matter, you are not typically holding the private keys to your specific coins on the blockchain. Instead, Newton takes custody of those assets on your behalf. This is a critical distinction from self-custody solutions like hardware wallets, where you hold the private keys. Newton acts as a custodian, much like a traditional bank acts as a custodian for your fiat currency. This custodial model is what enables the exchange to offer features like instant trading, seamless conversions, and simplified user experiences, all of which would be significantly more complex if every transaction required individual blockchain confirmations directly from your personal wallet. So, if Newton holds the keys, how do they prevent unauthorized access? This is where a multi-layered security approach comes into play. No single security measure is foolproof, so exchanges employ a combination of strategies to create a formidable defense. One of the foundational elements is the concept of cold storage versus hot storage. Imagine a bank vault. They don't keep all their cash in the teller's drawers. The vast majority is kept in a highly secure, off-site vault. Similarly, in the crypto world, cold storage refers to storing cryptocurrency offline, completely disconnected from the internet. This is the ultimate defense against online hacks and cyber attacks. For Newton, a significant percentage, often the vast majority, of their users' assets are held in cold storage. This could involve specialized hardware security modules, HSMs, multi-signature wallets where multiple approvals are needed for transactions, or even paper wallets stored in highly secure, geographically distributed locations. The key here is isolation from network threats. Hot storage, on the other hand, refers to cryptocurrency held online, accessible for immediate transactions. Think of it as the cash in the teller's drawer, enough to facilitate day-to-day operations but not the entire bank's reserves. Newton utilizes hot wallets for liquidity, enabling quick deposits, withdrawals, and trades. However, the amount held in hot storage is carefully managed and typically represents only a small fraction of the total assets under management. These hot wallets are still heavily protected with sophisticated encryption, multi-factor authentication for internal access, and continuous monitoring for suspicious activity. The balance between maintaining sufficient liquidity for users and minimizing exposure to online risks is a delicate but crucial aspect of their security strategy. Beyond the cold and hot storage dichotomy, Newton employs a robust suite of technological safeguards. Multi-signature, multi-sig, wallets are a prime example. Instead of a single private key controlling funds, a multi-sig wallet requires multiple private keys to authorize a transaction. For instance, a 2 of 3 multi-sig setup means that out of 3 designated key holders, at least 2 must sign off on a transaction for it to be valid. This significantly reduces the risk of a single point of failure, such as a compromised employee account or a lost key. Even if one key is compromised, the funds remain secure because the other keys are still needed to authorize any movement. Advanced encryption is another non-negotiable. All sensitive data, from user credentials to transaction details and especially private keys, is encrypted both in transit and at rest. This means that even if a malicious actor were to gain access to their databases, the data would be unreadable without the decryption keys. Newton likely uses industry-standard encryption protocols, constantly updated to counter evolving cyber threats. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.